feel like I'm like in a TV show.
There we go. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, so welcome to Couch Chats with Rachel and Shaunace. I just thought we'd have a chat about what's happened with 1111 Lab, where is Shaunace, and why is Rachel's face all over the Instagram?
That is great.
We'll go back to the beginning and find out, Shaunace, why did you start 1111 Lab?
Okay. Good question. Great question, Rachel.
If you don't already know.
Great question. Okay, so the reason I started 1111 Lab was actually it started because of my journey with being diagnosed with breast cancer. So while I was going through treatment, I was told to use some very bland, very nothing skincare because my body was going to possibly react or be irritated. So they told me to use QV, which is like the most bland, you buy them in 2 litres at chemist warehouse or whatever. And so I started looking at trying to find something that was still beautiful and luxurious but didn't come across as Sukin. And actually, is that how it started? No, that's not really how it started. It kind of started like that. It was actually I was going through treatment, and as I was waiting, that's right, that's how it started. I'm like, how did it start?
You got the box of products?
That's right. So while I was going through treatment for my breast cancer, I had a nurse come around. I was sitting in the waiting room, in the waiting chairs, and a nurse came around with a clipboard, and she was asking me if I wanted to partake in a makeup workshop. And I could not think of anything worse than being in a room full of sick people and getting makeup applied. Like, I really wanted to be in my wellness space, my healing space, the recovery space, not in a victim space. So I took, the sheet of paper and I filled it all out and I ticked no, cannot attend. I think what happened was they thought I was too sick to attend. So instead of trying to bring me to the workshop, they tried to bring the workshop to me by sending me all of the makeup and skincare in a box to my front door, which was quite beautiful. But so good and well intended. But because I was looking at what I can put in and on my skin, I started looking at what was in these products. And there was about 12 products in this box. And they were really, really high-end, beautiful, beautiful products. Some of them I'd never even seen before, and I'd had to Google it, and it was a $300 foundation from France. And I looked at them, and every single one of them, bar one product in there, had ingredients that were either carcinogens, neurotoxins, or endocrine disruptors.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right? And the fact that it was like a box of carcinogenic products given to me from the Cancer Foundation, and I was going through cancer, like...
Wild.
Anyway, that was the start. That was me then selling all of that to get a little bit of extra cash because I knew people were going to want that, and keeping that one product that actually didn't have any of them in it and trying to find more skincare that I can put on my skin that didn't have any of these nasty products in them. I started learning more and more, like that up to 80%, even more, of things that you put on your skin is absorbed into your bloodstream. So it started making me...
Subcutaneous.
Yeah, exactly.
Subcutaneous, whatever the word is. A lot of things can be absorbed through your fat into your body.
Yeah. So I was thinking, well, this stuff that we're putting on our skin that has carcinogens in it and endocrine disruptors and neurotoxins are getting absorbed straight into the bloodstream. So I probably tried about a dozen different products, different brands, different lines, and it was either, they would tick all the boxes in terms of it was all natural and it didn't have any of those products in it, any of the nasty ingredients, but it didn't really do anything. Like it didn't have any active ingredients for your skin. It didn't have the vitamin C or the hyaluronic acid or anything like that. And then on the other side, it might have had those ingredients, but then it was in terrible packaging that was horrible for the planet, or there was always something that was wrong with it. And I thought maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe it was creating a brand, a skincare line that was all natural, but had the active ingredients, that had beautiful scents and smells and was luxurious and made you feel beautiful, not like
that was
soot
giving
and
me goosebumps.
Yeah, so that was the start.
Amazing. So when you were thinking about, right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing in life, what made you come up with the name 1111? Like, why 1111? What does that mean to you?
So 1111, it has a lot of meanings, but so it blends a bunch of meanings from astrology, numerology, spirituality, that kind of thing. But essentially, when you see the numbers 1111, it means you're on the right track. It means you're on the right path. And at that time, I was a little bit lost. I just finished my full-time career that I'd been working 10 plus years towards getting to as an occupational therapist. I'd spent 5 years at uni, and here I was questioning everything, going, what am I even going to be doing with my life? Do I even have a life to live? And 1111, was really powerful numbers to be like, this is your path. But then at the same time, 1111 means to become conscious and aware. So conscious and aware of what you're putting on your body, in your skin. So conscious and aware in terms of the potions that we were concocting in these magical bottles.
Amazing. I'm big with the 1111 as well. That's what attracted me to it.
Yeah, when anyone asks me why 1111, I always ask them first thing, what does it mean to you? Yeah, does it mean something to you? And they always, yes.
Amazing. So 1111, I'm the same. It's like a time whenever I see it on the clock, whenever I see it like on a number plate. I see ones everywhere on like socials as well. And I always think about what am I doing at the time and relate that back to like whatever I'm doing now, I'm on the right path. 1111 and 222 is like my favorite numbers.
Yeah.
So when you started 1111 Lab, when did it start gaining traction, or did you launch and people were like, yes, this was a product missing in the market?
No, initially, I was not a businesswoman at that time. I didn't know anything about business and I didn't know how to market a product. I had just finished working out how to find manufacturers.
Yeah, that's a whole task in itself.
And I wanted it to be Australian made and not, internationally, like, or from China or something like that. So all of the products were housed in Australia. So I found it really hard, firstly, to find not only a manufacturer that will create these all natural but with high active ingredient products, but we'll do them at low numbers.
Yeah.
And so contract manufacturing versus white label, like white labeling, you can get quite low in numbers. You can order 10 or 20 at a time, but contract manufacturing is usually 5,000 plus. So to find a contract manufacturer that will actually do, 50 or 100 at a time was really probably the hardest part. And then the next hardest part was actually getting it out into the world. And initially I was very hesitant to show my face and share my story.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I didn't want people to know that it was me doing it. I didn't want people to know that I was going through this thing. And therefore, at the start, it was just friends and family that bought 1111 Lab. And yeah, I think probably because I was still in the middle of cancer treatment and going through all of that, like 1111 Lab was the thing that really gave me purpose to get through, have something to focus on that wasn't health or healing. So yeah, I reckon I would say it took a couple of years. And first year was just about sort of figuring me out and what my brand is. Second year was starting to put myself out there and actually share my story. And then the third year was when I started working out business. So I would say it probably wasn't until the third year that it started building traction. And then from there, like fourth year was when it really started taking off, and I went to the Gold Coast to receive these awards, that the products had won all of these awards, and had to move into a warehouse. And then I think fifth year was when it really, really took off. Was there fifth year? I reckon about fourth year was when it started to take off.
The fifth year is when I came in.
Yeah, the fifth year was when you came in. So I reckon the fourth year. First year was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Second year was, oh, I'm gonna have to put my face out here. Third year was, all right, now I have to learn business. Yeah. Fourth year was, yep, we're here.
It's a good point to know though, isn't it? Because a lot of people don't even make it past the first year. And like, so year 3, it started to pick up. And then people are starting businesses in year 1, oh, it's not working, and then it's giving up.
Yeah.
It's just like proof's in the pudding. You keep going.
Yeah.
It'll come through.
Yeah. And just seeing the difference from like 20 orders a month to, 40 orders a month to 70 a month. Yeah. Oh yeah,
I know. It's epic really, isn't it? So that's awesome. I think we'll talk a bit into about like where my skincare background comes and then how it comes together. So I started doing skincare with Forever Living products. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but it's a whole range of products around aloe vera.
Oh.
Just all aloe vera. Mm-hmm. So moisturizers, makeup, drinks, shakes, everything aloe vera. And let me tell you, you either love network marketing or you don't. I loved it. I honestly think that you're either good at it or you're not. And if you're good at it, you love it. And if you're not good at it, you think it's a pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But I was in it and it wasn't a pyramid scheme. I was making a lot of money in the UK.
There's no in between.
Yeah, no in between. And I was fully aloe vera obsessed. Like, I loved it. The products were amazing. Like, I got diagnosed with a kidney disease when I was in the British Army. And I honestly think that, so the doctors have said I've broken records. Like, my kidney should have relapsed by now. Like, or I should be on dialysis by now. And I'm the only person ever in the history of people with this kidney disease that's made it past 10 years.
Wow.
And I honestly put that down to drinking aloe vera.
Drinking aloe vera?
I was drinking aloe vera.
Wow.
I don't anymore. I feel like I've cheat coded it already now. But selling aloe vera products, I loved it. Everyone came to me. My skin was amazing. And like my products that I then went into in Australia have aloe vera in. 1111 Lab has aloe vera. And I just feel like it's a hero ingredient. Like, it's an epic, epic plant. So yeah, I started off in the network marketing. When I moved over to Australia, I could not carry on from the start. So basically network marketing, you've got a business in the UK. To then manage that and then have to start a whole new leg in another country. Nah, like my brain cells were not into it.
The whole point is it's network marketing, right? Your network was over there.
Yeah, my network was over there.
You had to start a new network.
Yeah, so me not being able to like be in that network, I kind of just like passed it off to my superiors. And then to start another network here, when I didn't know anyone, it would have just been too overwhelming, as well as moving to a new country, trying to get a job. I'd just left the army, like too much all at once. So I just kind of put it in the bin. I still get paid little payments from that, like, the lifetime checks that you get.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not he was like $200, but still.
Not $100?
No, a couple $100 every now and then. Like, I think every 6 months I get like a residual payment. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Something for nothing.
I know. And then when I moved to Australia, I was like, well, I'm not doing that, so what am I going to do? I test run a few jobs. Like, being in the military is like a way of life. So then when I moved to Australia, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I fell into mining and I was working FIFO, which I loved, but my skin was terrible. Like, my face was like a beetroot. And it was just so inflamed. And you know that feeling when you're embarrassed to go outside? Or like, I'd like try and put makeup on, which would make it worse. I'm working underground, like I can't be fucking wearing makeup to work. It's an ick. Like, if you wear makeup to go and do a dirty job, it's an ick. It's like, who are you trying so hard for? But yeah, so then I was like, I started mixing things up at home, like putting things in bottles, like all natural ingredients. And it just changed my skin. So I went from having a red face to having like banging skin. And then everyone's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just making my own stuff. So yeah, I ended up formulating it with a company, which is the same company that you started your formulations with. We get to find out. So we had the same supplier when I started my first FIFO skincare range called Antidote Skin. Literally changed my life. And like I've got boys that are still using it, that their scars have gone off their faces. Like absolutely epic. So that's how I came to like skincare land. And then obviously when we met for the first time in a retreat, and your products and my products, and we look at them, I'm like, some of these are very similar. And we literally designed under the same philosophy, like what's good for you, what's good for me, and have very, very similar products. So they were very aligned. Like I started using some of your products alongside mine, because I only had a range of 3 and you had a whole load of things. And mine are designed for FIFO, so when I left FIFO, I was like, I need some extra things in here. So yeah, so actually epic the way how aligned they were. We had the same manufacturer. And then that was just when we got to know each other. So what happened after that?
Well, I remember meeting you on that retreat and noticing how beautiful your skin was.
Yeah.
It was so shiny and glowy. And learning that you had the antidote skincare, yet you still bought my products on that retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like, you were a, what do they call it, a hype girl?
Hype girl. Well, I always look to support small businesses anyway, but having a range of 3 that's for underground, because when you're underground, you don't want 16 products. You're like, I needed a cleanser that would make my face moisturized after still, because once you're in charge up, you shower, cleanse, moisturize, no time, bro. The boys would leave me. It's already harder being a girl and having to like take off bras and shit when the boys are just like off, on. Like I started wearing overalls so I could be faster. So I needed something where I could just cleanse, get out of the shower and fucking run so that I could get back to camp ASAP.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 products only. And then trying your range, I'm like, this is almost identical to my one. So your Night Elixir and my Liquid Gold, they're very similar, just slightly different. Yours is more based on, like mine's more healing, yours more barrier protection. Well, mine.
And anti-aging.
And anti-aging. Yeah. Mine has anti-aging as well. But they're very, very similar, like some of the same ingredients. But yeah, I remember like looking at the products on the retreat and thinking, oh, this would go perfectly with my range. This would go perfectly with my range. I was like, this shit's actually fucking good.
Yeah.
And then yeah, once we learned we had the same manufacturer, some of the same ingredients, I was like, well, this is the answer I've been looking for to fill in the gaps I had in my skincare range. And that's when we started off as friends.
Yeah.
Next week on Couch Chats, what made you want to sell a thriving skincare brand?
Yeah, especially because it was like really just getting started.